You know, I knew I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to just come back with you and let Kate.
Yeah.
Secrets with me, whatever.
Well, now the secret's with everyone. Yeah. Let's keep it between us, guys.
Oh,
So we just had our double elimination. It did not turn out very well for me. I lost my number one ally, Luke, because Josh had an idol that he was keeping a secret. And then he had already privately asked me to play my idol. And then when I wasn't making any movement in the second one, he publicly asked me to play my idol. So now my idol is known by everybody. I did not think that there were that many idols in the game. That was kind of crazy. I did not expect Josh to have an idol. Did not expect Kayla to have an idol. And now that Josh called her out on it, she has been very open about that she has one. So that's probably going to be attempted to get flushed this round. That was so stressful.
I just had to say, you think you should play it or something.
I know, now it's like, I think it's easier when it's hidden, because then I can like read the room a little more. Now everyone's going to be like on their toes if they're going to vote.
Just gotta think if you trust your numbers,
yeah. I can't believe he took out. I like Josh. He's just a very chaotic player, and it was like hard to like reel him in. And yeah, losing Luke is like, that puts me in a really bad position.
Justin goes to read the votes, and Josh stands up and plays an idol. I had no idea he was, like, I feel like I'm good at body language, and he was not acting like someone that was confident that he had an idol that could save him. It was a double tribal, so maybe, you know, he knew he could only save himself once if he hit it right.
He had an idol, which Kayla apparently knew about and didn't say anything to anyone, which is like a little sketchy to me. I don't really trust her at all, and I'm hoping potentially we can be getting rid of her sometime soon, because I don't have a great bond with her, and I know other people in my group do.
I did not know that Josh had an idol. I did not. But I am glad that I put down an insurance vote for Luke, because I really wanted Luke to go out.
I somewhat expected the idol to be played, because Josh kind of leaked that Kayla had an idol during our three-way talk, because he was just frantic. I didn't expect him to have his own. So Josh wanted to do number 2 deal with me, but honestly, with him not telling me he had an idol, that's disloyalty right there. So I'm glad we got him out, because he was frantic and he was already calling people out for having idols. So just one less chaotic person in the game. So I feel good with that. We flushed an idol. We know where one idol's at now, and we got somebody out.
I'm sad that Josh went the second time, but you know, there's still a lot of game to play, and it's just one less person that I have to get through, I guess. Though, you know, he was a chaotic ally, but he was an ally.
But Josh and Luke were two of the biggest players in the game, so I'm actually really happy that they went out. Luke especially was someone that I saw as someone that could just like go to the end and take this. So him getting idled out kind of worked for me. I was fine with that. And then we took out 2 blue players, so we kind of at least broke up a little bit of this like solid blue core that might have been kind of pushing its way through the game.
I'm beating myself up. Josh plays an idol, and I had heard whispers that Josh and Kayla were looking to throw some votes on Luke to see if they could get any traction there. And I didn't think they had the votes for it, so I just assumed it was going to be a landslide on Josh. So Josh plays his idol, and I have an idol that a few people don't know about, and a few do, but I was going to get him played on Luke, but I hesitated for a second, and I didn't. It's gonna haunt me forever. I was so I could have gone up and like saved Luke, and I had told Luke and my core alliance that like the idol I found is for everybody. If I feel like you're in trouble, I'm gonna play it for you. And like Luke's such a nice guy that he won't give me, he wouldn't feel bad about it. But like I'm crushed that I didn't play it. I should have done it, but it's hard to like figure out because I knew they were going for Luke because he's like, big challenge threat and that sort of thing. He's a good social player, but I consider myself the same, even though I'm kind of stinking up on the challenges. But my worry was like I played on Luke and the vote's on me and I go home.
I got several votes on me, which was not exciting. I'm assuming people just did that because they thought, I was expendable to their game, so not causing any waves if someone played an idol.
I'm assuming there's going to be an opportunity to make a decision soon with Choose Your Own Adventure, and everyone's been talking about it. It's probably going to be choosing how many people at the final tribal council, and everyone's been talking about how they want it to be 3. If I get it, I think I'm going to choose 2, just so that I can lull people into a false sense of security at the final 4 that we're going to the end together, and then get to a final 3 with people that I think I can beat in the challenge, so that I can take who I want to the end. And I think that'll be a pretty good way that I can have a good shot at winning this thing.
All right, good morning, and welcome to the final day of Outlast 2024. You all should be incredibly proud of being here. Big accomplishment, 9 of you left, and still lots of work to do. Starts all with this challenge this morning. First, I'm going to say that this is for immunity, and I'm going to take that back. The immunity is back up for grabs. And for this challenge, we're calling it the Outlast floor. So what's going to happen is you are going to pick a category in which you feel you are the strongest. We're going to draw numbers for that initial pick. So if you're number 1, you're going to get a pick of all 9. Number 2 will get a pick of the 8 that are left, so on and so forth. So which of these elements of the game do you feel most confident in? All right, you want to pick that one. So maybe if you feel like you're a pretty lucky person, you might take luck. As we all know, luck is a factor in these games. Or maybe if you studied a lot to get here, you might pick Outlast history because you know a lot about the history of this game. All right, so you're going to pick which one you feel the most confident in. Then we're going to randomly draw for the first player to go. All right, say I am the strategy player. I have an opportunity to challenge someone in their category that's adjacent to me. So I might pick Outlast history. I'm going to challenge them in their category. Whoever wins takes over the category that loses, right? If I, as the challenger, beat the Outlast history person, I take this and I'll put a cone here. I now own 2 pieces of the floor, and I retain strategy moving forward. All right, as my category. All right. After you win a mini battle, so it'll be a mini challenge. After you win a mini battle, you can decide to continue on to play against another adjacent square, or you can return to the floor, meaning you just want to stop your turn. We will then randomly draw for another player that hasn't gone to do the same battle. All right? We're going to continue to do that until we get down to just 1 player. So the final battle will determine it all, of who owns the most floor, right? So when I own this and this, I'll have cones on both of these, so you'll kind of be able to see who owns what parts of the floor. It's a little complicated. We'll help you out as you go. Biggest thing to know is you're challenging other people in their category, not yours. So keep that in mind, all right? But if you are being challenged, it's your category. Yeah, so if you decide that you do not want to continue challenging other players, we're going to randomly draw out of the bag of people who haven't gone yet to be the next challenger. So if you decide to stop, you won't be chosen to go next. You could be challenged, but you won't be chosen to go next. All right? First challenger is going to be physical. So Eric, you can choose Julian in puzzles or social game with Nina. So you're playing in their category. Okay.
I choose stop. Not option?
Not an option. So social game or puzzle?
I do puzzles.
Puzzles. All right, puzzles. So this is a traditional slide puzzle. You need to get all the numbers in the correct order.
What does that mean?
Does it start with 1?
So 1 here, down to 15, with the empty space at the end.
Go.
Yes.
I said go, yeah.
Start.
You want to start?
Do they slide easy?
Y'all, we're roasting in the sun, you know?
Okay, let's start.
Yeah.
Let's start.
Okay. All right.
done.
I've never done this before.
It was predetermined that the first player out of this challenge was going to go on a choose your own adventure journey. So Julian, you're going to head out
Right now?
with Travis right now. Final three.
Final nine, final nine.
So would you like to challenge someone in their category? You now could do social game, luck, or accuracy. Or you can stop and we'll randomize. You're stopping.
I'm stopping.
Okay.
I'm still gonna stop.
No matter what. All right.
No cooking.
Until cooking is on the board, he's done.
All right. Next one is going to be luck. So Jess, you have basically anything you want except for strategy, balance, and accuracy. Cover the corners. There.
I'm gonna try.
How about finesse?
Finesse. Here's ready. First to land their ring moves on. And go. Kayla lands her ring.
I'll stop.
You're gonna stop.
Yeah.
All right. So Eric has 2 sections. Kayla has 2 sections. Next player is gonna be strategy. So David, you can choose luck or Outlast history.
You look smart. Make me nervous. Oh man. Yeah. I can't go on this unlock. Outlast history.
Outlast history. All right, Matt and David come up. Outlast history. Thank God. So you'll be asked 10 questions about the first 2 seasons of Outlast. First person to 5 points wins, or you need chocolate. First person to 5 points wins, or whoever has the most after all 10 questions. All right. And if there is a tie, we do have a tiebreaker. All right. Question number 1. No help from over here, obviously. What were the 2 starting tribe colors in Outlast Season 1? Outlast Season 1, the 2 starting tribe colors. All right, you can reveal. Purple and orange, red and green. Purple and orange is correct. Matt gets 1 point. Number 2. What was the name of the first challenge of Outlast Season... the first immunity challenge of Outlast Season 1? What was the name of the first immunity challenge of Outlast Season 1? Both reveal. Balls, balls, balls. Balls, balls, balls. Both are correct. Question number 3. The 2 tribe names for Season 1 were Wonkus and Cano. Those are Native American words for what 2 animals? We do say this in the episodes. Native American words for what 2 animals, Wonkus and Cano? Good? All right, reveal. Matt says fox and bear.
Coyote, bear.
Coyote and bear is incorrect. It is fox and bear. Question number 4. Who was the first player voted out after the swap in Outlast Season 1? Both ready? You can both reveal. One says Eric, the other says Jazzy. That is incorrect. It was Allison.
You're welcome.
Questions, no points there. So Matt 3, David 1. Question number 5. How many votes did German get at the final tribal council? Both ready? You can reveal. You both say 3. 3 is correct. Matt has 4. David has 2. Question number 6. How many tribes started the game in Outlast Season 2? How many tribes started the game in Outlast Season 2? Both ready? You can reveal. Both say 2. Both is correct.
Did he have 5?
First to 5, right?
First to 5. That's Matt. That means Matt wins. Yes.
Good job, Matt.
All right. So Matt, you're now up. If you'd like to go accuracy or luck. Accuracy or luck. Or you can stop and let someone else go.
I'm gonna do luck.
Luck. All right, challenging Kayla. We got luck. All right. So for luck, we're gonna see just how lucky you are in this bag. There are a lot of blue balls and 1 red ball. You pull the red ball, you are out.
Okay, that's fun.
Okay, you do not want the red ball. Blue balls only.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That doesn't sound
Do you
good.
get to pick who goes first?
Uh,
Or are we drawing for that?
rock, paper, scissors. Yeah.
One.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, one. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, so do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Second. Kayla gonna pick the first ball. Blue, she's safe. No red ball, that's the plan. Blue, Matt's safe. Blue, Kayla's safe. Blue,
Green.
blue. Blue. Who's feeling lucky? Blue.
I'm so scared.
Red! Kayla has the red ball. Matt moves on.
That was a good challenge. I liked it.
So Matt, as it was just stated, you can pick anyone you'd like or you can stop.
I know you want to test your physical strength.
And so I own strategy, so if I stop, someone could challenge me on strategy.
Correct.
Is that right?
Correct.
I know you want to show us how strong you are, Matt. I know it.
I'm gonna stop.
You're gonna stop.
Yeah.
All right. All right, next one to go. Balance. So, you're gonna challenge someone in strategy or social game. Strategy or social game. Strategy. Strategy. We got a good old game of Connect Four.
No. Yes.
All right.
Shoot.
You want to go first or second?
I will go first.
First. Matt's gonna go first.
Do you want to stay on that and I'll get them?
Sweet.
Cool.
I will set timers. You got about 30 seconds to make your drop.
Can't find it. There you go.
Why do you sound like that? I need a burp.
Matt connects 4.
I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
is
that's
it not
fucked up.
his
I
turn?
almost didn't see it. I'm gonna stop.
You're gonna stop. Great. So either Nina or Lauren will do this round. Accuracy. Woo!
Out there eventually.
So you gotta charge physical strength. You basically can do physical strength or balance.
I'll do physical strength.
You're gonna go with physical strength? All right, physical strength.
Hey, David and Goliath.
So your goal is to pull your opponent past the cone. Okay? I'll lift it up so it's nice and even. Make sure you get a good grip. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Lauren putting up a good fight. She can eventually get in. Eric moves on. Eric, you can challenge either balance or social game, or you can stop.
Well, I go as I'm gonna stop.
You're gonna stop. You know, you're the only one that hasn't gone yet, so you do start the next round. You gotta decide if you want to challenge balance or accuracy.
All right. Think balance.
Balance. All right, we're gonna count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matt unfortunately cannot. Nina moves on. All right, so this is a bit of a classic game of touchy subjects with a little bit of a twist. So I'm gonna ask a question. You two are gonna write down the answer of what you think will be the majority. There's 7 of them, right? So you wanna get the majority of what they will answer the question. It'll be a name of one of the players. All right, I'm not gonna say it has to be players in the game. They're still in the game, could be anyone, but the questions might lead you in a certain direction in that way. So you just want to be in the majority. If the majority is a tie, you both get a point. And we are playing first to 5. And again, there are 10 questions. If we don't get to 5 within the 10 questions, whoever has the most, and we have a tiebreaker if we need that. Question number 1, which is very fitting. Who is the most honest left in the game? Who is the most honest left in the game? Everybody reveal. Nina thinks they'll say David. Eric thinks they'll say Eric. We've got an Austin, a Jess, an Eric, a Lauren, a Nina, a Matt, and a Jess. I think that's 2 Jesses. Jess is the majority. No point. Question number 2. Who deserves their own reality show? Who deserves their own reality show? You good?
Yeah.
All right, reveal. Eric and Lauren. We've got Josh, Eric, Lauren, Dre, which I think is 3 Erics. Eric is the majority. Nina gets a point.
That's me.
Question number 3. Who has surprised you most throughout the weekend? Could be anybody that has played. Who has surprised you the most? All right, reveal. Got Lauren and Austin as our answers. We've got Austin, Lachey, Lauren, Lachey, Austin, Jess, and Kayla. I think both Lachey and you had Austin are the majority, so Austin earns a point. That's Eric. Who is most likely to use flirtation as a strategic tactic? Who's most likely to use flirtation as a strategic tactic? Anybody in the game that's played this weekend? Both good?
Yeah.
All right, reveal. Nina and Lauren. Nina says Nina. Eric says Lauren. We've got Lauren, Josh, Lauren, Julian, Josh, Lauren.
A compliment.
So
I have
3
a
for
boyfriend.
Lauren. Lauren is the majority. Eric
No,
gets the point.
I had to write something. There wasn't.
Eric's got 2, Nina's got 1. If not you, who would you most like to see win the game? If not you, who would you most like to see win the game? Everybody reveal. Lauren, Eric says Lachey. Nina, Lauren, Eric, Austin, Julian, Nina, Austin. So Nina and Austin, neither of you get the point. Who do you trust the most? Who do you trust the most? Still in the game. Yeah, sorry. Still in the game. Who do you trust the most?
So they're guessing their answer, and we're guessing what they think.
Correct.
What they're gonna say.
Yes, you want to be in the majority.
Not
So you
necessarily
want.
who we trust.
Correct.
Okay.
Who do you think they're gonna say they trust the most? So you good?
Yeah.
All right, reveal. All right, Eric thinks people trust him the most, or that's what the majority will be. Sorry. Nina thinks the majority will be David. We've got a Luke, Jess, Julian. Julian thinks Julian. David, Austin, Jess. We got. Oh, don't erase yet. What do you have?
Oh, sorry, Luke.
Luke. So we've got 2 Jesses, 2 Davids. Right? So Nina gets a point.
What's the score?
All right, next 2-2.
Oh.
2-2, first to 5 are most out of 10. Question number 7. Who's likely to be the most articulate final tribal council speaker? Must be someone who's currently in the game. You good?
Yep.
Reveal. David and Julian. Kayla thinks David. Lauren, Jess, David. Jeff, David, Lauren. So I think we have 3 Davids. David's the majority. Nina gets a point.
Yeah.
Question number 8. Who is the dark horse in the race to be Outlast champion? And I'll just define that dark horse for you. There's someone who emerges to prominence in a situation, especially in a competition involving multiple rivals, that is unlikely to succeed, but has a fighting chance. Eric thinks Austin will get the most. So does Nina. Both say Austin. We have a Julian, an Austin, a Jess, an Austin, a Jess, and an Austin. So Austin is the majority. You both get a point. Nina has 4. Eric has 3. Nina, you just need 1 more point. Number 9. Who thinks they are running the game? Who thinks they are running the game? Good? All right, you can both reveal. Nina thinks Julian will be the majority. Eric thinks Kayla will be the majority. Reveal over here. Reveal over here. We've got Matt.
I voted for myself,
Eric,
not me.
Julian, Kayla, Julian, Kayla, Eric. So don't erase until I say. You're Julian, you're Julian. Kayla, Kayla. So those are the majority. And an Eric. But there's no Eric. So you both get a point. Right? Yes. So, Nina, with 5 points, that means you win. Nina wins immunity. All right, Nina, come on up.
No, it's fine now.
All right, Nina, congratulations. You are safe.
Good job, Nina.
Guaranteed a spot in the final 8. Y'all are going to head back to camp for some strategy time.
Let's go. You will now decide how many players will sit at Final Tribal Council, 2 or 3. A Final 3 means 1 less challenge to perform to get to the Final Tribal Council and pitch your case to the jury, but you're going up against 2 other players instead of 1. Could your gameplay resume beat them both? A Final 2 puts you against just 1 other player, but it could also mean that you fall just short, landing in dreaded 3rd place as our final juror if the cards do not fall in your favor. The choice is yours. Please circle 1. If you're the only one who knows this information, it's up to you what you do with it. Oh, I don't get any extra advantage? That's annoying. I did a confessional earlier this morning, praying that I would get this decision so that I could choose 2, because I feel like I'm probably a little bit down the pecking order in terms of who people perceive as a good strategic player in this game. And I think people are going to want to take me to the final 3 as a GOAT, and I'm definitely going to be pitching that, knowing that it's going to be a final 2, and hopefully be able to win the final immunity challenge and sit next to someone who I think I can beat. So it's going to be a final 2. Oh my god, this is great. I made a huge decision. It's gonna definitely catch a lot of people by storm. If I'm sitting in the final 2, I'm hoping that I'll be able to play this up as a big move for myself, and I'm hoping people will understand why I did it. And if I'm not there, it's not gonna matter for me anyway. So it was pretty much a no-brainer for me. I definitely feel like players like Lauren, David, Kayla, Nina, and even Eric too, all have better shots at winning this game than me right now, just perception-wise. So I feel like I'm playing good under the radar, but like the jury might not know that. So I would potentially want to sit next to someone like Jess or Austin at the end, and like have a better shot at winning against 2 than having to pitch my case against 3. Because having to sit next to 2 people who I feel like might have better perceptions than me, I've got no chance. And I definitely want to use this as an opportunity to lie to people, pitch myself as someone who I don't think is going to get a lot of votes. So I'm just taken right to the final 3 as a free pass. And so people think this last vote is just who's going to be the last member of the jury. And then everyone's going to get this huge big reveal that it's final 2. And then I'm going to win the last immunity challenge and solidify myself in the final 2, hopefully win. Fantastic stuff. I've been hoping for this all day. And I'm so happy that it happened to me. This is like, I finally feel like I have some leverage in this game. Playing under the radar is not as fun as you'd think it is. So super happy, super excited to see how this goes. My journey was choosing if it was a final 2 or a final 3. And I chose final 3.
Yes. That's crazy.
Whoa.
Good work. We have chosen our adventure.
Yeah, right. It's done.
Yeah, are there? Yeah,
I think that's probably the last. Well, Julian told me that it was deciding if it was a final 2 or a final 3. And he told me that he chose final 3, which is really good. It's easier to make the end that way.
Lauren's been telling me everything, and she seems super trustworthy. But I also know her. She's sneaky, and she's willing to lie and get rid of me to win this game. She's probably not going to the end with me, and I don't plan on going to the end with her. So it's all kumbaya right now, and I know she's the type of person to respect any sort of game move that I make to try to win this game. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she sees it coming. So I need to definitely like cozy up to her, especially with this final 3, final 2 thing. If I tell her like we're going to the final 3, we're going to the final 3, get her into the final 3 with me, then that's great. I just need to think about someone that I'd be able to beat in a challenge. And also, I definitely want to make sure that it's me, someone I think I can beat, and someone who's a clear front runner.
That was a really cool challenge. First of all, the game design was great. Keep that for future Outlast seasons. Really tested a variety of people's different strengths and got a sense for what people think that they're good at as well, which is really interesting. I was doing super well in the challenge. I won 3 battles in a row. And then I was so bummed about that balance challenge because I've won the like balance a ball on a disc before, but unfortunately the balance beam was an added factor to that kind of complicated it. So yeah, fun challenge.
Touchy subjects was a little bit questionable. I really don't want people thinking that I'm running this game right now because my entire strategy revolves on staying under the radar.
Yeah, it feels amazing having this necklace. I didn't feel nervous at all actually coming into this vote. I just kind of wanted at least one. And it can kind of just help your anxiety at least, like, okay, at least they're not just gonna all throw their votes on me, worst case.
I'd love to win an immunity challenge or just have a way to have a little bit of a spark so that I can have a bit more of a story. If not, if I get to the end, it's just going to be the underdog story all the way.
What do you think about the Kayla having an idol thing?
Well,
like,
I
do
think,
we need to do
well,
that?
that's what people have told me. It's like we should get rid of that.
That's what I've heard. I'm fine, but we need to like find some votes to put elsewhere.
I know, but I think
I promise you, like, I am so good with you. Like, you were the person I put down on, like, the person that I want to see in the
Yeah.
game if I can't. So.
yeah, I think.
I mean, that's maybe a good reason to put me on the jury.
No,
but you're the person I've had the best vibes from in this whole tribe that I've met that like wasn't on my original tribe.
I'm still really feeling like I'm just in this kind of floating place. I'm worried that my game right now is being kind of pictured as the GOAT game and people just want to drag me to the end. And I really don't want to sit at the end just knowing that everyone has that perception and I have no way to turn it around. So, I'm trying to make big moves. I'm trying to push for bigger players, but I think a lot of the social bonds that were formed at the beginning of this game have just really been holding tight. So that's been tough.
I think we can make it make sense with a just vote because, like, tell her that it's a just vote because we can be like, we just took out a blue.
But then we'd want to have someone who will put the vote somewhere on just so if she plays the title.
Right.
So we just need to figure out who that would be.
Yeah. Exactly. My plan is to take out the lesser threats so that it's kind of like we get to a part where we're like, okay, now we have to get for the big threats. We got to get Lauren, we got to get Julian, we got to get David, all those people, and I'll be safe then. You know what I mean?
I genuinely want me and you at the end.
Yes.
Like, I really do. At that point, I don't care which one of us wins, and I really do.
So I would like to keep one of this. I would like to take one of the not as threatening people. So either like a Jess or a Matt would be good for me, I think.
You at right now? Do you want to? So I haven't talked to that many people yet.
Right.
So, but what
Not the only thing that I've heard, but
Yeah.
like hoping to flush in Kayla's idol.
same.
Like,
So we're always. on the
I'd
same
like to
page.
keep her here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the
like,
flash.
the flush it.
Yeah,
like,
same.
So we just, I don't know, like, I don't think even a split is necessary, but just, I honestly think she's nervous enough that she's going to play it.
My thought, I'm beating myself up that we didn't think about splitting the vote. We had the votes to split. When Luke got idled out, we should have split it. I don't know what we were thinking. I think we were just trying to make it nice and easy. And, there's a lot of people we're working with, so, like, to play that game of telephone, it's sometimes it's easier to just, like, have one name to go with. So I'm not going to make that mistake twice, that's for sure. I didn't know. I'm pretty sure she voted for Luke last time, and Josh did, and that's why Luke went home. So I was not.
That would make sense with her.
It's all right.
And like asking her. For
It is
the
what I'm almost
items.
positive what happened. She's trying to say she didn't, but like it doesn't make sense. That,
Because I didn't know that either of them had
I didn't either.
items. I didn't know that
So
either
what?
of them
Yeah. So what I don't want to happen again and we put all the votes on one person, and then an idol gets played, and like you or me go. You know what I mean? It's like
Exactly. That's why we just.
we can control it, so we split it. But I'm kind of nervous with Kayla. She's trying to make some moves, and like, your story, if you get to the end, is going to be a huge story. And if I get to the end, I'm sure there's something she'd worry about, like sitting next to me.
I'm feeling more trustworthy, like most trustworthy right now, probably of David. I think he's like a real straight shooter, and I think he was really genuine in the things that he said to me about like wanting to be in like a final six-ish, final six group.
So why don't you and me do, Kayla? And we just gotta get 3 more people, and then we can get some backups on that.
I know people see him as a big threat. I don't want to get rid of him yet. But I don't know.
It's up to you. I don't want my name. I think whatever the name is, we have to like hopefully get a couple votes out. We have to have like the backup has to have a couple votes because like Kayla votes, and she's one vote, and we've only had one vote on. Right. Like it's we have an issue.
I kind of wish I was the only gray left. Austin's still here. I trust him a little bit, but if he wasn't in the game and I could get to the end, I'd have a little bit more of a, I was the last gray remaining and I fought through all this and that kind of thing. So maybe he would be a good target, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm figuring it out round by round, flying by the seat of my pants in this one.
My plans for this next tribal is to do what I've been trying to do, and that's get the rest of Gray out. So I'm gonna try to pull the votes, which I think is already the plan, to get Matt. No hard feelings towards Matt. It's just I do what I say I'm gonna do, and I said I want to get all Gray out, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm glad that Matt didn't win immunity because he's a name that already was brought up when we were strategizing on the tribe Matt. So I think we just would need to worry about making sure that if there's anything hidden back at camp, someone I trust or I'm a person who gets to it before Matt. Otherwise, we're gonna have to potentially turn on each other. I heard discussion of a potential split on Matt and yeah, but I think from what I heard, these last discussions just gonna be straight on Matt. And we're telling Matt Jess. I don't know what you told Matt. Oh, because what's it? Lauren.
When I first met the people I'm with, I told them that all I want is all the Gray out, and then they can take me out. Honestly, it's my revenge tour, and hopefully it ends here.
I love Austin. I hope Austin loves Austin. Like, he's just kind. Like, he has such a good heart, and I think people kind of are taking advantage of him, and I don't like to see that at all. So I really hope that I can work closely with him.
It's very apparent that David doesn't really trust Kayla because we were discussing who we think voted for Luke at that last tribal council. I was like, oh, it had to have been Matt and Josh. And Kayla was like, yeah, it was probably Matt and Josh. And Jess was like, yeah, it's probably Matt and Josh. And David does like a little wink at me, and he's like, no, it's her. He like whispers it was her. Like, and points at her like right in front of me. I was like, oh shit. And so now I know she's playing the game hard. She's worried about her perception. I think if I can make her a little nervous at this vote potentially like act a little bit cagey, get her to play the idol when she's not the real target. That could be a good move.
Everyone knows I have this freaking idol, and it's so annoying because, like, you can really tell when it's gonna be your name. Like, you know, people start avoiding eye contact, aren't speaking to you. I know, like, with Josh, I was like, no, yeah, you're good. But, like, with everyone else, I've just been, like, mostly avoiding them because I'm just, like, not the greatest of liars, so I gotta save it for when it matters. I would also be fine with Jess or Kayla going home this round, but I would like to keep the women in the game as long as possible. So, and I think the women also think that. So I will also obviously talk to my core alliance of David, Nina, and Julian to see what's poppin'. I think now that my idol is public, like, they're going to really have to be on their best behavior to get me out of the game. And so that's going to make my job harder of sussing out the right time to use it. I want her to play the idol.
Yes. So how do we get her to do it?
Maybe she will regardless, because then it's a target off of her.
I can even tell her. I can be like, I don't know. Like people are saying that to me.
Yeah.
And just be like,
Yeah, I think we can just be kind of like cryptic. Yeah.
I feel like I'm hearing a decent amount of like people like worried that you would play the idol. So I feel like people are maybe just like, we just need to go all in on Jess. Like, so I mean, I think that's all.
Okay. Okay. I think that sounds good to me. Okay.
What do you think? Like, you just think you'll put it on Jess?
I'm kind of like spiraling. I'm trying not to like get paranoid and like panic, you know? Trying to like read people's body language with me and stuff, but like obviously it's not good that my idol's out now.
Yeah. I have not like said your name to anyone this whole time.
Yeah.
So please don't. Like, I would be so.
They are saying that.
Who's saying?
Josh definitely said that.
Oh, that I said your name?
Yeah.
Josh was saying shit.
I know, Josh is crazy. But yeah. So it's just a tricky situation.
I'm 10 million % behind Jess right now.
Okay.
Like, I swear on it.
Okay.
Even if I'm not feeling great about the game as it's playing out for me, at least I've gotten to have a pretty full experience and get all the way here. So if it doesn't end up going the way that I want it to go, this is going to be something that I can still hang my hat on, and it's still an incredible experience. So super hungry though. I've eaten less than anyone here. I think I'm the only person that hasn't had any kind of reward food. I was a little annoyed that Lauren didn't choose me for to bring along on her reward, because I've vocally said how hungry I am multiple times.
Like I said, me and Jess aren't gonna go for you, and then I was just talking to Julian and Eric, and I was like, I'm voting Matt. People have talked about splitting, but I'm voting for Matt. And then Julian said that he's only heard Matt.
I still have 3 number ones. It's Julian, Lauren, and Nina. I'm kind of working with each of them. I think I have a strong relationship with each, but I don't know if they're my number ones. Yeah, I'm their number one.
So, I don't know. You might want to, it's such a tricky situation because obviously you don't want to get rid of it, but you might want to play it just to ensure and just be done with it.
I know.
So annoying. No, I'm sorry. That is really frustrating. This is my first time ever having an idol. No.
What I gotta say though is I love everybody out here. We're having a great time. And it's always tough to vote anybody off.
Welcome to Tribal Council Final 9. We are in the home stretch, so immunity more important now than ever, especially we just had a double tribal. There wasn't a ton of time to react to that and what happened. So Nina, do you think you needed this immunity? Is it just kind of a nice to have? How are you feeling about it being around your neck?
I always think it's never a bad thing. I think, you never know if there's an idol play and you get one vote, even if you feel like you're safe, and you could be idled out, and anything could happen at tribal council. So I'm not angry about it.
Great. And I forgot to say at the beginning, just a reminder, jury's here to only listen, no addressing them directly, and they won't respond to you. Lauren, anything interesting come out of that challenge? We obviously had a little mini version of kind of a touchy subjects type game, although a little bit tweaked. Just curious if any of that was interesting to hear and if any of that was discussed as part of the strategy.
Not really. It was interesting that people thought I was flirty. We've addressed it. I don't give a shit. But I have a boyfriend.
Who wrote that?
I have a boyfriend and I love him very much, Ben. But no, like we made some jokes about Austin getting a dark horse tattooed on him and stuff like that. But no, I think we all just really enjoyed touchy subjects. We thought it was nice of you to not give us really mean questions, because it was a good time.
So Austin, do you consider yourself a dark horse? Was that an appropriate label for you? And how does that make you feel as a player moving forward?
Well, I think that was going to be the majority vote anyway. Anyone coming back from Redemption and coming from initial tribe I came from, I think that's just what is going to be a majority. You know, it's obvious. So yeah, it was no surprise for me.
Jess, any surprises from the last tribal council, the double tribal council? What was the reaction to?
Josh had an idol? Like, what? Luke going home? Like, all of the things. Everything was a surprise.
And do you think that's going to influence this vote? Like, is that vote going to impact this vote maybe differently than you would have expected?
No, I think every vote is kind of like its own thing. Like, even though we're going fast and furious here, it's like there's so many moving parts at any given time that no, I don't think.
Kayla, a little bit of an interesting tribal council for you. How did you feel coming out of that tribal council and kind of how did you move forward in the game?
I felt really frustrated because I would not have done that to an ally. So definitely causes a lot of stress. Like a hidden immunity idol feels a lot nicer than a very exposed immunity idol. So like I've told people like I'm just gonna play it this round because I don't think I can go through another round of that stress. So yeah, I mean it hasn't been great. It's kind of upset me a little, but that's fine. Just move forward.
So Matt, you got a couple votes at the double tribal, but you're still here. Never good to see your name out there though. So what did you feel you had to do going back out into strategy time to kind of cement your place and move forward?
Yeah, definitely. I think made me think that I need to elevate my game a little bit more, right? Because felt really safe up until that point in the game. So had some conversations with people, tried to maybe get to the bottom of that a little bit. But you know, you go through this game, you take shots, they don't kill you, you keep moving forward. So that's what I plan to do.
Julian, as the first person out, you were sent on a journey. Have you talked about that with people? Did people ask? How has that impacted
I think a lot of people knew what the journey was going to be, so there was a lot of discussion before I even went on it, and it was exactly what we all thought it was going to be. I got to choose whether we're going to have a final 2 or a final 3, and I've been open that it's a final 3, and that's what I chose.
Eric, we're into the home stretch. How are you thinking about what you need to do to get to the end? So how are you thinking about how am I going to get to final tribal? What's on your mind as you think about that process?
Well, it starts with now. There's always a little bit of nervousness with how this is going to play out. It's a lot of just trust with people you've been talking to, and I mean, this is an amazing group of people, and hopefully those bonds keep building.
David, what are your thoughts on that last tribal council? 2 original blue going, which is interesting, the dynamic where I think blue's been talked about as this kind of powerhouse all together. So curious your thoughts on what's the state of blue right now?
Yesterday, I mentioned I had hoped the merge would become more dynamic than a bunch of colors, and I think we're there. And unfortunately, Luke is over there. I believe because of 2 former blues probably, and Josh and I were very close. We went on a bathroom walk last night at like 3 a.m, and I don't know what's changed. I was being told certain information, and I thought I was doing the best that I could to sort of manage the situation, but I'm looking forward to, like, we're still in the game. I'm looking forward to, like, at some point when the game is over to, like, reconcile and explain more than what happened. But the double tribal made it very tricky that, you know, what people would do, and like with a double tribal where you can't speak like that, like that's where you can end up getting like a 3, 2, 2, 1, but you know, a thing like that, and somebody ends up, you know, going home, and those are scary tribals too.
Wow. Y'all made it through. Jess, one word to describe how you're feeling right now.
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic. Julian?
Oh, I'm doing this too.
Everyone's gonna do it.
Man, I'm on the spot. That's a lot of pressure.
Pressure. Love it. Matt?
Tired.
Austin?
Sore.
Kayla?
Hungry.
Hungry. Nina?
Grateful.
Oh, Lauren?
Itchy.
Well, everybody knows what I'm gonna say.
Big H.
Hungry.
And David?
Stinky.
Stinky. All right. Is there anything else anybody needs to say before we get to the vote?
Caffeine.
All right, we're gonna start with Lauren. Lauren, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, this person told me that they would want me to win if they didn't, and that they should be on the jury if I'd want to win. So I feel like that's a no-brainer for me.
All right. The day has finally come. The revenge tour is finally going to be over. Finally. I've been waiting so long to get all of Gray out, like I promised you all I would. I'm a very vengeful person, and this ends my story in the game. My revenge tour is over. But I'm one that believes in new stories, and now my new story is to win this game, which now I think I can. Matt, sorry, brother.
Alright, let's try this again. I'm sure you're a lovely person, but please keep my name out of your mouth unless it's to be the winner.
Jess, you seem like a great woman, but I never get much from you in terms of strategy talk. I never really know where your head's at. We'll see how it plays out.
I feel bad because you've gotten like a really bad deal in this game, and I wish we could have worked together, but I'm just trying to like protect myself right now, so sorry.
And hopefully that's how you spell it.
Coming into this, most people want to put it on Matt. And I tried to do a vote split on Kayla and Matt, but Kayla's saying she's going to play her idol. We'll see. We'll see if she does, or she's just going to say that to be safe this round if we don't put any votes on her. So my contingency plan is I don't want to be sitting next to Luke on the jury, having had the same thing happen that happened to him. So I'm going to vote for Kayla. I'm sorry, Kayla. There was a time where her and I had talked about being in the end, and for me it would have been really exciting to see her win a game. I know she's played some others, and for her to go really far and like, you know, and go on and win this would have been really special. I wanted one of my original people in those that have become close with the swaps and that merges to win. And at this point, it's pretty much everyone, so I'm gonna be happy regardless. I'm hoping I win, but somebody else that I'm close with that I like is gonna win anyways at this point.
Once the vote's been read, player will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and they'd like to use it, now's the time to do so.
Me, for obvious reasons.
All right. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Kayla will not count. As she promised. There it is. Anybody? All to the votes. First vote, Kayla. Does not count. Kayla. Does not count. Matt. Jess. One vote Matt, one vote Jess. Matt. 2 votes Matt. Matt. 3 votes Matt. Matt. 4 votes Matt. Matt, 4 votes. That is enough in this count. Be the next member of our jury. All right, Matt. Your tribe is spoken.
Good luck, y'all.
All right, players, you can head back to camp.
You know what? I'm feeling at peace with it. I knew it was me this time. I just sensed an energy shift in people talking to me. I'd been kind of on the bottom the whole game. Honestly, I think it's a mistake on their part because I could have been picked up for a number of different groups or alliances. And I think, maybe some of the people going out next are going to wish they would have had someone to jump on board. And I willingly told people time after time that I was willing to jump on board because I didn't have anything solid going. So, yeah, it's been a great experience. I'm really proud to get here to day 4. These were 21 amazing players, and just to be a part of it, even to get cast, was a blast. Thank you to Justin and all the production. This was a super smooth production team. It was an amazing experience for all the players. We all thought that. And yeah, just one of the best LRGs out there. Please apply if you are sitting there and you want to do this. It's highly recommended.